Hello. So good to see you guys. So I just want to share something really quick. Do you hear that? Do you hear the quietness, the solitude? It's beautiful. Check out this big cup of coffee. It's actually not morning. It's actually about 3 p.m. right now. But I didn't drink coffee this morning, and I look forward to my morning coffee because I recently discovered oat milk for the first time, and I've tried it and I'm obsessed. The best vegan milk there is, oat milk. And this morning I woke up so full of energy, so ready to get going, that I didn't even need coffee. I totally forgot about coffee, so I really need it right now. I don't need it actually. I just love it. There's a lady and her dog walking outside. Guys, try oat milk, changes the game. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my channel, and I'm Isabel. I don't think I've ever started a video off like this, but it's okay. We're going with the flow with this video because this is a topic that I feel very strongly about, and that is loneliness, thriving in solitude. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Just because you're alone doesn't mean you're lonely. I've done a complete 180 on the whole topic of loneliness because I love being alone. I love being in solitude. I love being able to do whatever I want. I just love being alone. I am a social person when I have to be. I love being around people. I love people. I love talking to people. And of course, I feel at times that I have to be around people. If I'm around people for an extended period of time, I feel like I have to leave and be alone to recharge. I feel like I can't just be around people 24/7. And there are people who love being around people 24/7. But even I, at my loneliest time, didn't like being around people 24/7. Back in probably college, I had what millennials would call FOMO. It is a term I think is rather new of a term within the past 10 years or so, but it basically stands for fear of missing out. So the people who get FOMO are those who fear missing out. That fear everyone else is having so much more fun than them, and they always have to be around people and seeing what everyone else is doing, or else they feel left out, lonely. And it's a real thing. It's like an anxiety. It's almost like you get anxiety by not being where everyone else is. And I used to suffer from that. I used to, in college, I always felt like I had to be around people. I felt like I always needed to be with a friend. I always needed to be going out. I always needed to be doing what everyone else was doing. That led me to making really poor decisions and dumb choices because of what everyone else was doing instead of focusing on me. We're gonna talk about how to switch from that FOMO personality to a thriving in solitude kind of personality, and how to love being on your own, because truly when you're alone you have so much more time to dedicate to yourself. You have so much more time to get to know yourself. You have so much more time to just be you. You don't have to be defined by another person. You don't have to be influenced by another person. You don't have to depend on another person. You are solely reliant on this person, this being here, and it's a truly liberating feeling. I'm gonna give you guys some of my tips and reasons why you should be alone. So if you're a person who's FOMO, who has extreme amounts of FOMO, you can never be by yourself, you hate being by yourself, and just in my experience, what helped me get out of that was just spending more time on my own. And like I said, I'm a person, if I'm around people way too long, I'm an empath. I'm around people way too long. I absorb people's energies. I absorb people's feelings, their attitudes. That's why I can't be around people that long. I have to take time away from people and I have to recharge. So I've always been that type where I would get exhausted by people, physically exhausted. And I'd have to go and sleep or take a nap or go away or watch TV for a while and then rejoin people. Even aside from that, I started just going by myself to restaurants or go exercising by myself or do things on my own. I forced myself to go on my own and not invite anyone, not text anyone. You want to go with me? I would just go on my own. That really helped me just be more comfortable in my own skin, be more comfortable being alone, not caring what anyone else thought or said or wanted to do. It was just me. It was my time. Little things I started implementing a couple years ago to stop depending on what everyone else is doing. And it's really important that when you start taking time away from people, that you also start working on yourself. So in those times that you're alone, don't just spend it watching TV Or, I mean, reading a book, it could be for entertainment, also for learning purposes, but don't just spend it doing idle things like watching TV, watching a movie. Spend your alone time doing things to improve yourself. So this could be exercising, meditating, journaling, traveling, getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself without the whole pressure of what everyone else is doing or what anyone else might think or what anyone else wants to do. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee because I've been blabbering. Oat milk is such a game changer. It is so good. I talked about that in my podcast. So spend your alone time doing stuff for you to better yourself in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, it could be working out, it could just be meditating, going to a new class, or taking a class that isn't pertaining to anything academic, just to learn something new, maybe something that you've always wanted to take up, like a hobby, or something you've never worked on and you want to start working on it now. Be it your body, your mind, your spirit, whatever. But take your alone time and make it your time to get ahead and better yourself. Not necessarily through work, just yourself, you as a self. So yeah, that's how I feel most, how do you say it? I feel most myself, obviously, when I'm alone. And I feel most comfortable when I'm alone. It's really funny. One side of being alone is alone at home in your own company, and there's another alone, which is in a room full of people that you don't know. I have such a sharp split between my alone time and my time with people. It's like a really definite line. It's not like it blends in any way. I can choose to be around people or choose to be alone. The beautiful part of having a really defined line between the two is that whenever I'm in social situations, I can set myself up for it and I'll be preparing myself for the social situation. Whereas if it's kind of like blurs in between and like you're around people all the time but you don't know anybody and you don't know how to act, whatever, then it can be kind of weird. But that's the nice part about having a very defined alone life and a very defined social life, because you can't pick and choose when to go in and out. But I know not everyone has that luxury. To me, being alone is a luxury. I don't feel loneliness. I feel very, very content and comfortable in my skin being alone and just doing my own thing and not caring if anyone's like, oh, you're alone? What are you doing by yourself? I'm not that type of person. I love having time to myself. I guess because I've really grown comfortable in my own skin. I've really grown comfortable with who I am and what I want in life. And I'm telling you guys, there's nothing more powerful than to know what you want in life and being driven towards it, because then nothing really can sway you off that path. You're so driven and focused on that ultimate goal that what people say or what people do is like, oh, whatever. I mean, what can you do about it? So take yourself out on dates, go to like a nice restaurant or a nice place, and invite yourself out. You guys should watch HRH Collection on YouTube. She is phenomenal. I think she uploaded a couple of vlogs of herself in like Paris or London, somewhere in Europe, traveling on her own. And it's so awesome because her vlogs are so raw and unedited. There's practically no editing in her vlogs, so they're like 30-40 minutes long. But she's super entertaining. She's so funny. I love watching her because she's like always on her own. It's like very much like me, doing stuff on your own and, you know, having fun. So I would recommend watching HRH Collections channel and seeing her awesome vlogs of her on her own. And there's really nothing wrong with being alone. It doesn't mean you're antisocial, doesn't mean you have social anxiety. It just means that you want to pick and choose and you're very selective on who comes into your energy field and who you allow in your energy field. That's so important, guys, because when we're exposed to all these bad and negative energies around us of people, people's issues, people's problems, it can take a toll on us. And people like me who are trying to be their best version, we want to limit our exposure to certain toxins in other people because then they can bring us down too. But honestly, guys, being able to be at home reading a book or having your favorite movie playing in the background while you script, or you're meditating in the mornings and nobody's bothering you, I feel the most connected to the universe. I feel the most connected to myself in solitude. And I know there's probably some of you who are listening and watching this video and thinking I'm absolutely insane, that's not normal, whatever you want to say, but it's what helps me. And I know that a lot of you out there want to get to that level of autonomy, want to get to that level of not having to depend on other people to feel good about yourselves or be happy or to have fun. You don't have to be around other people to have fun. You can have fun on your own. Of course, there's moments in life where you want to share it with other people, but you can pick and choose. I'm not telling anyone to be on their own all the time. I'm not telling anyone to be a hermit. I'm not telling anyone to be like the aviator. What was his name? Howard Hughes. I'm not telling anyone to lock themselves up in their home like Howard Hughes, let your nails grow and not let anyone come in, whatever. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying there's a time to be around people and there's a time to be alone. Learn how to discern between the two and get to know which ones are for you or not. So which situations are to be alone for you and which situations are to be shared with other people for you. Everyone has different boundaries. Everyone has whatever feels good to them. But just know there's absolutely nothing wrong in going out in public on your own. I know for us girls it's hard, there's like a safety issue. I totally feel that. I stopped jogging because I was afraid of jogging on my own and I don't have a jogging buddy. That's one thing, is that I've had to stop certain activities. Don't like to be alone out in public just because there's a lot of creeps out there. I feel for my safety most of the time. I can be a little anxious in that way, but I work from home, so I'm obviously at home a lot. I'm not like other people who work outside of their house and they spend a lot of time outside and then they come home. And right now, as I work on myself and I work towards my bigger goals in life, I want to make sure that I'm in a place where nobody is distracting me, where nothing is distracting me from my goals, that I can stay focused on what it is that I wish to accomplish. I can focus on my loved ones and my personal life, and I don't have, you know, so many things in the way. It works out for me. If you look back at who I was 2 or 3 years ago, I've done like a complete 180 from whenever I was like 18 to 21 to 22. I've changed completely. Now I'm 24, and in these last couple years I feel like I have grown so much in so many ways, and I've accomplished so many things because I am more in tune with myself, because I am more autonomous. I feel more me. I'm not putting on a mask for other people. I'm not being somebody that I'm not just to fit in with other people. I'm just being me, and it's very liberating. It's very fun. I hope you guys will try it out. Just take some time to do the things you love to do. Take yourself out on dates, go to the gym on your own, spend time at home on your own, cancel plans. Don't just turn on Netflix and binge watch Netflix, no. Start reading your favorite books, start looking for self-help books, meditate, script, just be on your own, have fun. It's truly liberating when you try it out and it works for you. You know, sometimes the people who are most surrounded by people are the loneliest. The people who are happy and cool on their own will never be lonely. Maybe if you experience a point of extreme joy and you don't have anyone to talk to, that will result in loneliness. But for me, I really don't know what it is to be lonely. It's been a while since I've actually felt lonely.
I may finally have found a place where I can be all alone.
I just love being alone so much. I hope this little rambly video was good. If you guys want me to make more videos on this topic, please let me know, because I have gotten this topic a lot. But just know it's completely okay to be alone. It's fun. Just make sure you spend your alone time doing things that will help you in the long run and things that will help you grow and be a better person. I love you guys so very much. If you like this video, please be sure to hit thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from yours truly. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, my links are down below. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Don't forget to check out my podcast. I have a podcast. It's called Taking Back Your Power. It's always linked in the description of these videos. So guys, go join me over on either SoundCloud, iTunes, or Google Play. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so very much, and always remember, no matter how many friends you have, no matter if you're surrounded by people all the time or you're always at home, no matter what you look like, no matter what your circumstances may be in this life, your true beauty, your true worth, and your true power always come from within. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.